I am finally on, and I am also getting into a skincare routine. Who knew? For example, last night I was going through this stuff and I realized, wait a minute, there's like hair gel here, or it's like hair gel or whatever. It's for, I think, straightening hair, best to use at night. And I'm just like, why do I have this stuff? I don't know if it's for white or black people's hair, so I don't know. So yay. I say that because, like, never thought this would happen in my life. Like, honestly, my mom keeps giving me, like, she gave me the lotion that's anti-aging cream. She read lotion. She didn't realize it was anti-aging cream, and I'm like, you know what? I have it. I'm going to use it. And then I was given 2 things of perfume over Christmas, and then I was going through, like, some of my stuff last night, and I realized I have a 3rd thing of perfume in, like, my center console, and then I have a bunch of perfume at the house. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll definitely be wearing, like, all of this. Not all at once, that would be horrible, but, like, I'll definitely be wearing perfume every single day until I get rid of it, because I have had it. 2 perfumes, yeah, so I'm like, not like, yeah. Anyways, I've had so much perfume that I'm like, you know what, I think now's the time for me just to go ahead and start using the perfume in order to actually, like, get rid of it. So, yeah. And, like, yeah. And then also I have regular lotion, which it doesn't really do much for my eczema, but, like, it's great for my legs because my legs do look kind of ashy at times. And then also for my back to keep it from itching. And then also I have the lotion specifically for eczema that is, like, very thick. So I put it on, like, every single time I, like, wash my hands or do other stuff. So, yeah. I've realized, like, you know how some people are automatically super considerate? Like, oh, wow, you know, they need help. I'll go ahead and, like, help them out one way or another. My roommate, I realized, is not like that at all. So, I know you are not like this. But you know, you may have seen these videos where basically the woman is doing stuff and the man doesn't think, oh, I need to take this. I know you're not like that. I know there's a lot of men out there, or I imagine there's a lot of men out there who are like that. My roommate is a female and she is like that. Just like, oh, I'm only interested in this, so I will only take care of this type deal. So, yeah, it's like one of those things, and I'm just like, how could you, like, not be very considerate? So, that's been my thought process, and now I'm like, wait a minute, it's like, I realized, wait a minute, it's my roommate just doesn't think about that stuff, like, at all. And so I'm like, okay, so I'm going to have to, like, tell her this is what you need to do in order to, like, help support others. So, yeah, I'm just like, yeah, no. It's like, yeah, no, like, you really, like, yeah, no. Just no. And so, yeah, I'm basically like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, yeah, so I'm like, can you please do this? As I was leaving out, I was like, I'll take care of my stuff, but can you please grab the food that's underneath here? Because if it's like, oh, I'm just going to leave it for like my roommate to grab it, because I'm going to do my part. I'm going to go ahead and wash the dishes, and I'm going to go ahead and like take care of like grab what food I can. But if she's like, no, I'm not going to grab any of it, then in that case I'm just going to be like, okay, place it in the car. And then it's like, if she asks about it, it's like, oh, I left it in the other place. Because like I know she has ADHD, but that does not give an excuse to be like, I'm only going to think about myself and no one else. Like, it's not an excuse of like, I'm not going to help out anyone else. I'm just going to do it based upon what I want. Like, it's not an excuse. Because I'm just like, you have like, I'm just like, no, you can't do that. Like, your parents are very considerate, loving people. They take care of you. Like, you also need to like help out in some way, shape, or form. And in terms of like moving stuff and such. So, yeah. It was also interesting. I had to talk to, like, what was it? It was another situation. Basically, they originally said, you can move in after 5. And then I was told, oh, yeah, like, hear from, like, you should receive an email, da-da-da. But also, just to give you a heads up, they might not have you move out until Thursday. And it's like, okay. And this is why I like to ask, like, ahead of time. So, yeah, I was like, yippee. Yeah, so I let her know, and she's, like, not happy about it, which I understand, because it's like, she doesn't have a vehicle. She's asking her parents to help out. So, yeah, I was just like, nope. So, yeah. And stop. And go. It's not raining. It's just that there's this little twig that's on the windshield, and I'm just like, no. So, yeah. But, yeah, yeah, she was, because the thing, she's like, yeah, my mom has to leave 30 minutes early, for, like, from work. And I'm like, no, they're saying after 5, so it could be any time. Like, I explained to her, like, it could be even up to like 8 p.m. at night. Like, you can move into the other building, and that would be okay. So it's basically after 5. It's not like at 5 you have to leave. And so I tried to explain that to her, but I don't think she understood it or comprehended. And so, like, today they sent out an email saying, like, you can come by after 6. I was like, after 6 means, like, after 6. So it could be, like, 6, 7, 8. It doesn't say, like, you have to move out by this time. It's after 6 p.m. And so I'm just like, I don't think she understands it, like, very much. So I don't think she understood what I was saying, because she looked at me completely blank, like, I don't get it. She did mention that she wished that they had parameters, like 5 until, like, you know, X amount of time. I was like, probably not 5 until 10. So yeah. Oh yeah. Also, in regards to your cousin, I was like, I think that's about it. I was like, no, wait, never mind. In regards to your cousin, I definitely understand about kids not wanting to go to school. I still remember when I was in kindergarten, and my parents have not brought this up at all, but I remember when I was in kindergarten, so we had a church van that was 87. It was a Chevrolet. The air conditioner, so you know in the more modern vans they have like air coming out front and then also air from the ceiling, because it's like they have vents throughout the ceiling and then maybe even on the sides or whatever. So this is a van in which can fit 1, 2, like 3, so 6, and then 4 on the back. So 10, 11, 12 people total. It's 11 passenger van. So I remember, like, my mom went to drop me off for kindergarten. This was back when they had half-day kindergarten classes, not like full-day kindergarten classes. My mom went to drop me off for kindergarten. And I was like, no, I don't want to go. So I got into the very back where it's the trunk space. And so what it is that it was like the 3 seats, the 3 seats, the 4 seats, and then in the very back, it was like, yeah, in the very back, it was like empty luggage space. So I remember doing, like, I went ahead and did that. And, like, yeah, I got into the very back, and my mom was like, come on, you gotta go. I'm like, no, I don't want to go. And then she went and got my kindergarten teacher. I don't know if she's still alive, actually, because this was like 20, 30 years ago or more. But yeah, she's like, what did she say? She was like, so-and-so, like, she said my name, and she's like, come on, you gotta come inside. I was like, no. I don't want to go in, basically. I was in kindergarten, so, yeah, I was like, no, I refuse to. And so, eventually, like, she left and went back inside because she has a class to teach. My mom, I don't remember where she was at. I think she ended up going inside because I just stayed in the van for a while and just, like, I don't know how long I was in the van, but I was in the van for a while. And then after a little while, I went ahead and eventually, like, yeah, after a while of being in the van, I was like, hey, I think I'll come in. So eventually, like, I got out and, like, exited out of the van and then went inside. And then I think one of the other classmates actually asked me about that. Like, hey, you weren't here for... I could be totally wrong about that. But, yeah, so I thought... yeah. Very entertaining overall. So, yeah. Having kids... Come on, get out. No, you're 6, 7 years old. Come on. No. Alright, we'll just wait her out. kept the van there. Eventually I came in, so yeah, yay. I read this story a few months ago. What is that this kid was like, hey mom, I have a project to do tomorrow. Uh-huh. When did your teacher let you know about it? Oh, a few weeks ago? Okay. So, unfortunately, you're letting me know the night before. Like, it's like 8, 9, 10 o'clock. You're letting me know the night before. And you have this project due that we have to go out and buy supplies. And you've known about it for a few weeks. Man, there's a lot of trash on the roadways. And you've, not on the roadway itself, but like on the sides around the roadway. So like on the grass. So the mom's like, so you've known about it for a few weeks and you just now are letting me know. So what ended up happening was that, okay, unfortunately, like you should have let me know like weeks ago instead of last minute. And the kid's like, but mom, like if I don't like do it, I'll get an F. And it's like, no, in that case then that's what you're going to have to accept. You need to let me know earlier from now on. And so what it was that the kid sure enough got an F, and the kid from then on let the parent know like at least a couple weeks in advance. And overall, like I admire that mom, especially since it's like the kid learned from their mistakes, because the kid should have like basically let the mom know at least weeks in advance, or like whenever it was first due, and the kid did not. I wish my parents did that with me, because like I ended up doing that at least a few times, and now it's like the bad habit of waiting until the last minute sometimes. So I'm just like, you know what, I wish it was or had been a little bit different, where basically my parents were like, nope, and so that way it forces me to get things done early. Maybe create a little anxiety of like getting work done early, but yeah, of like, oh my goodness, I'm afraid I'm going to be late. So like one girl, she has like a 3.8, for example, and she basically gets all of her work done early, like Monday, Tuesday, gets it all done, because she doesn't want to fall behind or anything. And so she's actually had to train herself that if it's due that week, go ahead and start on it Monday, Tuesday. So it's like, that's very interesting. So yeah, overall, like I wish my parents had done that, and then that way it would have taught me like, okay, you need to get this stuff done as soon as possible. So yeah, but yeah, overall, is that something I would like to do with my own kids? Yes, actually, because it teaches them to be early and like complete their work early. So yeah, I would like that. So anyways, that feels itchy. Okay. Anyways, I will talk to you later. I hope that you have a wonderful day. I hope this uploads quickly. I'll also do a short video letting you know, like, hey. So, anyways, but yeah, let me know if there's anything else you want to talk about, and I'll respond later on. I know I'll be moving out after 6, so yeah. That's all I know.